Hi, Zizaran here once again with build number 2 of Build Week. I hope you guys are enjoying this series. Popcorn SRS, a build that I've played before, and wow, it is a beauty. It's something that I started out with basically in Legion League, where Tavukai came out, and I was like, you know what, let's try it. And it was supposed to just be a meme build, you know, exploding summon raging spirits, but you know, it one-shot Shaper back then, and I was like, you know what? That's pretty good. It's just exploding things everywhere. It's been really, really tanky, and I'm really enjoying the build. It's actually had quite a few quality of life changes since then. Legion must be like over a year away since the last time I played it. But I basically replicated the build that I played before. Amazing to level. It was slightly slower than Winter Orb, but it also did feel really, really fast. I think I used like 3 hours and 30, maybe 3 hours and 40 minutes to kill Kitava on this build. I probably could have gone faster. However, the build did get to level 88 in only like 9 hours. I played it a little bit less and it was 1 level higher than Winter Orb. A lot of that is attributed to the fact that this build could farm Valdo's Rest. We can go in-game here and talk about and show the build a little bit. So I also have a lot less invested in this build. I used quite a few horror essences, actually, like 13 or something, trying to get a good helmet. I was trying to get a good helmet on this one. It never really hit anything, and neither did this one, but I did have some removed non-influence to influence around. And this might look like an insane helmet, but these aren't actually too hard to make, and you can get way, way better. Now, obviously, the socketed attacks have 2% crit. There's nothing. The minion damage, conk effect, and burning is really, really good. But ideally, we want this and also have the socketed gems deal more elemental damage on top of this. And instead of the mana, we really want +3 minion gems. That's what pretty much a best in slot helmet would look like. And that is when you really start getting some insane damage on this build. I think right now, I have somewhere between like 500,000 and 1,000,000 damage per second if I'm like spamming. I would probably, for bosses, use Spell Echo instead of Unleash. And then, yeah, should be really, really good damage. With some tweaks, leveling up, and, you know, min-maxing the build a bit, this build should fairly easily be able to get 3 to 5 million damage. This is my piece of shit Scepter. The mana regen actually turned out to be pretty nice, but I really want a Convoking Wand here with +2 minion gem levels. So, like, +1 spell, +1 minion. You could actually do a Scepter as well. With, I actually just realized I do have a +1 spell here. Yeah, I might do that. I might try to fracture tier 1 spell, or the all spell skill gems, which is like a purple beast and harvest. It's fracture prefixes, and then roll until I get +1 fire, because if I have a scepter, I can use vigilance strength for fortify. I think that might be, thanks. Wouldn't have thought of that unless I was making this video, so thanks YouTube. But either way, like, you can obviously get a large amount more damage here. So right now, this is literally just the minion steal damage and the trigger. And obviously, we are Necromancer. I did save, like last time, I saved the POB once I got Kitava down, so you could see like what that looked like. There hasn't really been many changes since then. I ascended Mindless Aggression into Unnatural Strength, and then Mistress of Sacrifice and Bone Barrier last. And then I have a Bone Armor on mouse button 1, so it's just casting that all the time while I'm moving. The only things that are sort of like you really want to have for this build is a Replica Siegebreaker and a Tavukai. The Tavukai, you want to have minions have -17 Chaos Rest if possible. And then when you throw 20 quality resistance modifier, the prismatic ones, then it goes to -20. And that makes your SRS die a lot faster. This actually, I got very lucky. This one's pretty much maxed. And it's really, really good. I anointed Deflection for hardcore. But if you don't want to go max block and stuff like that, you could anoint Ravenous Horde for softcore. Other than that, let's look at the rest of my gear. The rings, just, you know, life and resist. I think, do I need the dex even? I don't even need the dex. It's just life and resist. And non-channeling -9. The helmet, again, that is fairly nice and fairly easy to make one. At least the similar tier as this with horror essences. I've had like 6 or 7 like this now that I've rolled over. Trying to get a really good one because I really want +3 gem levels, which you need item level 86 for. The boots, just very simple. Life and movement speed and resist. Replica Siegebreaker, you get this from Heist. It's really, really good, and it can help a lot with the clear. Even a straight up upgrade for me on this helmet is I can do non-influence to influence, and it's gonna hit minion life. But I ran out of those. The gloves as well, maybe between those. Yeah, I do need some decks. So it's just dex and resist and life, and then crafted minion damage. This is my shield. It's really, really nice. You really want life on block. So, and the mana regen obviously helps that I can match my mana without using a mana flask. So I basically just have the clarity, which is just level 11 clarity, the mana regen here, the mana regen here. Don't think I have any other, and I have infinite mana. Don't even need arcane surge. But yeah, the shield, really, really good. 99 life, and we have the life on block. And with a roomies, I have 72, 75. So that means that I'm not currently ready to do bosses. I would maybe endgame want... I could consider doing like 16 specters or 16 golem or something else in here. I'm not quite sure yet. And then do like a hunter chest with offering effect to try to get really, really high block without using the roomies. Now do remember, this is without glancing blows. So that means that this is actually 72, 75. Even in just 6 hours, I was doing tier 12s with Harbinger and just standing inside the pack and my health was barely moving. So it felt really good. I'm using a quartz, a jade, quicksilver, and that's pretty much it. I'll put the POB both at level 70 and here at 88 up, and you can see jewels is just probably should get a better one. This is just max life. They can't even taunt. And this is just life too. So this is just 2 life jewels. I have 7.5k life and I'm max block, res capped, all that good stuff. I roll hulking corpses. I struggled a little bit getting a different one. I think what would probably be best would be add 6 passive skills. No joke. 6 passive. So you waste more like 12 points, but then you get 35% effect and hulking corpses. Because then they're going to be like 16 or 17% minion life per. And that would be really nice. Other than that, Fettle would be really good, but they don't exist. So I have Surging Vitality instead. And that's pretty much it right now. It's been really, really enjoyable to play. Obviously, this is something I've used in gauntlet type scenarios for bossing and stuff. And it's very, very surprisingly strong build. Decent amount of damage. And obviously, I would like to get damage a little bit higher. I am leveling Summon Raging Spirits. They're about to hit level 19. Because I do want to get a level 21 Summon Raging Spirits eventually. I can probably tweak my mana a little bit more right now. I have a level 11 Vitality. You can see I have 500 passive life regen, spiking up to 1.3 whenever the Surging Vitality goes off. So that's really cool. For leveling, it was pretty much very straightforward. I just did SRS since level 4. And I can talk a little bit about the stuff I leveled with. I used these +1 fire spell seal gems. They're huge. I used a +2 duration tabula. Other than that, I used the normal stuff like you can use either these or Wanderlusts. I had Gold Rim. I used Replica Siegebreaker since level 44. And yeah, that was pretty much it. I just had Life Rings, a City Breath, and then a Life Amulet later on. It was so smooth. It's like the highest damage build for leveling. You just like clap bosses. It's insane because you get so much from gem levels. And when you get this in like Act 6 or 7, oh, the damage, insane. So a very enjoyable build. We're going to upload like the raw 3.5 hours leveling until maps. And then if you want to watch the entire full video, just go to my VODs. We can link to the VOD. It's highlighted on Twitch. And check that out there as well. But it was a very, very enjoyable playthrough. And I had a lot of fun doing it. Very strong build. And this is one of the builds I will be continuing. Both this and Worm. I'm hopefully continuing a little bit after the build week as well. So I hope you guys are enjoying this new thing. I don't know what else to call it. Build week. This new idea. And remember, tomorrow is probably the one I'm the most excited for. 8 a.m. GMT on Monday. We are doing Kinetic Blast Flame Wall Spellslinger. So check that out. Hope to see you there. Thanks for watching. But more importantly, try to die less than I do.